Peace, this is G1.
This is Rod Stars.
Together we Rebel Diaz.
We coming at you live from Wicker Park in Chicago with another episode of And You Don't Stop.
In this week's episode, Claudia follows up with the case of Palestinian activist Rasmiyah Odeh. Rod Stars continues to hit the streets to talk to the people about the hashtag FireRam. And we have more conversations and more music with Psalm 1 on Rooftop Live.
Let's hear the continued conversation between Claudia and Hatem Aboudia at the Arab American Action Network.
Can you share legal status of Rasmiyah's case?
So we were at a hearing last week. Her defense team, her lawyers had filed a motion to ask the judge to recuse himself, to step down off the case. And the reason we did that is because he's been a lifelong supporter of Israel, So he helped send delegations to Israel of legislators from Michigan. He helped raise a ton of money for local Zionist organizations in Michigan. The other thing that came up in the hearing that hasn't been ruled on yet, and which is very, very important, is whether we're going to be able to get the torture on the record for the court. There's an expert on torture, a world-renowned expert in Chicago who has worked with Rasmiyah, interviewed her for hours and hours. We're trying to get her testimony and that is something he hasn't ruled on yet.
How can the community show solidarity?
So the community, our own community, and our allies and friends across the country, across the world, have already shown massive solidarity. There is a lot for people still to do, right? StopFBI.net and USPCN.org, United States Palestinian Community Network. Those are the two websites that people should go to so they could sign a petition, they could send statements of support and solidarity. Like I said, that group Voces in Milwaukee, the immigrant rights group, just published one. We still need those statements of support and solidarity. We still need those petitions. We've had, close to 5,000-6,000 petitions. We want to get maybe another 5 or 6 before the trial. And the other thing is we really now have to just project on Detroit. And projecting on Detroit means we need to fill that courtroom every day. So the people in the Midwest especially, we know East Coasters and West Coasters might not be able to make it out there, but the people in the Midwest, Michigan and Minnesota and Indiana and Wisconsin and Illinois, of course, we really all out for Detroit. That's the call. Because filling that courtroom every day and rallying outside that courtroom every day with our posters and our banners and our chants about justice for Rasmiyah. Those are really, really important things that happen in a courtroom because, they could potentially, sway the opinions of jurors. This woman's not isolated. This woman's not a criminal. This woman has massive community support, right? An acquittal on this case, and it's more than just a case of this individual activist, regardless of how popular she is, how famous she is, how important she is. This is really, truly a case about Palestine as well. We believe that putting her on trial is putting Palestine on trial. Winning this thing on our end is another victory for the Palestinian people. The whole world right now is supporting Palestine, except for the government of this country and the government of some other of the Western European imperialist countries. But other than that, the rest of the world knows Israel for what it is. And this public victory here, organizing victory, a legal victory, is another another way to kind of smash Israel and smash that colonialism and occupation that it represents.
Hi, what's up, my bro? Tell me your name.
Yo, my name is Mino Green.
So Mino Green, today we doing a word in the streets and we asking people, in Chicago what they think about Mayor Rahm Emanuel.
I think he's not doing enough. There's a lot of money in his pocket, but the South Side looks like a war zone. It's the city of Chicago, not the city of the North Side.
He should have stayed at the White House. We don't need him here. Simple as that.
Man, we've had enough crook politicians around here. We're really, really sick of seeing all this, back and forth talking, and it's leading us nowhere. People are dying in the streets. People are just, looking for jobs and stuff, and he's just not doing enough, man. That money in his pockets ain't doing nothing for anybody else,
What he's doing is not working.
We need to change stuff up, man. That's all.
I think you should focus more on the bigger things like education, all this, like this war violence. He's talking about bringing the Super Bowl to Chicago, having the draft here. I don't think that should be his main priority. You should take care of the city first before bringing the city to the people, to the world.
You see liquor stores on every single block of the hood. You see churches, you see, chicken shops, but you're not seeing schools, you're not seeing libraries, you're not, no arts, nothing like that. So you're really not giving the kids a chance to improve themselves and their livelihoods and the people around them,
Truly, I think he's greedy, and I really don't with him at all, to be completely honest. How he runs the city, the potholes, is a big problem to me. Just everything he does seems to be about money and seems to be increasing the value of being in Chicago. You know what I mean? The price to live and not all this in Chicago. I feel like he's ruining that.
Do you think that Mayor Rahm Emanuel should get fired?
Yeah, fired, put in flames and all that. Toss the out. Get him the out of my city.
We are back in Chicago, back with Psalm 1. You are with Rhymesayers, but you also got a project called Rhyme School.
Yeah.
Share a little bit with the people about what that project entails, using hip-hop as a way to empower young people here in Chicago and also throughout the world with the music that you're making.
It was serendipitous. I actually ended up going to a show, meeting Mike Simons, who is director of the Intonation Music Workshop here in Chicago. They have a pop band program where they teach kids how to play instruments. And he just literally walked up to me at the show and was like, I heard you've been mentoring. Would you like to do a hip-hop program for us? And I was like, yeah. Me and Fluffy built up the curriculum, and we went into our first school about 3 years ago. I specifically asked for kids in underserved areas. In the inner city, it's even more important to give kids an outlet to express themselves because it's it gets really bad out there.
Share a little bit about what made you want to be able to kind of expand your artistry and be able to work outside of what the boundaries maybe of what the Psalm 1 character is under the new hologram Kizzy for the project Hug Life.
Psalm 1 is still very much a big part of me, and I still will record under that name. And growing up in hip hop has really taught me a lot about femininity, about sexuality, about how it is to be an upstanding young woman in a male-dominated industry that doesn't necessarily generally respect us. So for me, I wanted to tackle those themes, but do it in a way that wasn't really polarizing. This hologram Kizzy project, Hug Life, while it isn't vulgar by any means, it's very adult in nature. Psalm 1 is for the kids. I mean, hologram Kizzy is more for the adults, the discerning, sensual adult.
Psalm 1, rocking her joint, The Plunge, off of her latest project, Hug Life. Psalm 1, and you don't stop, Rooftop Live. Let's go.
What up, everybody? My name is Psalm 1, a.k.a. Hologram Kizzy. I'm from the south side of Chicago, born and raised. To my left is Miss Angel Davenport. To my right is who is Fluffy. We from Chicago, just trying to rep for y'all, man. Big up DJ Sen. Big up West P. Check it out. See, I'm a horrible Christian, but I'm Vatican opposite, said I'm bad at some things, but I'm great at a lot of them. Natives known for what? Got them Chicago politics, but you know I'm the truth. So come vote for this goddess, since I am radical, fascinating, so do what the tunes say. Real Talk Tuesday, turn your sun in the moon day. Yeah, I took that plunge, bump and go watch Guadalupe, spike that punch, them niggas weak in the proof, bass. And work to Ralph Wiggum. I'm batted, I'm bouncing, I'm piling work to the ceiling. I'd rather go out with feelings than go out chasing some shillings. Them niggas fucked you already. Rapping, hope you be brilliant. I hope you be stacking. I hope you be spitting. I got that left brain, the right brain, so but I need all them switches. I need a light in the tunnel, nothing less than the veil. Inglewood raised me, and some folk calling it here. Oh well, looking in my mirror, tell me what you can see. Tinted out my vision, now you see purple and green. Everybody on the edge, I give them a nudge. Wanna take a chance, take a risk. No baby, come take a plunge. 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 Here's what I got. You say you get bored of them clubs, you ready to go. Remember that song where they say, let's go to the mall? Well, I'm a bit classy and shit, let's go to the hoe. Let's get us a sweet and baby, let nobody know. The sample's original, get into with your mind. But I I wantin' more than that, like your ass and your spine. So color me greedy, I want the life and the spoils. Call that Midwest thinking, guess that's what Illinois do. Call me a fetish just cause I'm loving the second wind and I got all the fixings. Smelling balls and some sedatives, yo, I bet you live.